Okay, so now I told y'all I'm gonna do a little hair clips or whatever. So in today's video, this style, how I did it, I believe I got it from this girl's Instagram named Kensley. I think that's her name. I'll drop the info in the description. But what I did was, I don't know, I did this little cute thing, and then I did a twist out, and I left it in for 2 days. But for my twist out, I used grapeseed oil, and I also used shea butter. I don't know why my hair loves shea butter. The moisture does my hair great, so I'll stick to shea butter. But yeah, that's what I did to achieve this little cute hairstyle. But yeah, hi guys once again, and welcome to hashtag I was here. Now in today's video, we're gonna talk about my weight loss journey. Some of you may have noticed, others may have not, and it's okay. But for the last year and some change, I've been on this weird weight loss journey where I just felt like I had to do something about Stephanie, because no, like it wasn't it. You know, when you start trying to lose weight, oh my gosh, it's like hell, because it's like, okay, where do I really start? What am I doing? Like, it's like what? But I'm gonna show you guys where I was, and we'll get back. Alright, so boom, y'all saw my heaviest, okay? That was 221 pounds. I'm talking about I went away to school and started eating like I lost my mind, literally. And you know what's crazy is the fact that it was the food that I was eating in the dining hall. So like I wasn't always eating pizzas and whatnot, but I lived on a good quad where they served good food most of the time. And I also had late night dinner, meaning that I was eating dinner at like 10, sometimes 11. So I just started to blow up like a balloon. And every time I come home, I'm asking my family, I lost weight, yeah, I look good. My family like, little to they're lying to me. They were lying. During that time frame, I didn't even know I was gaining so much weight. I had no idea. I was clueless. And it's so irritating because I look back on it now like, dang, Steph, you ain't see that little extra tummy right there, that little extra this and that, and you know, that arm fat, that and I'm like, no, I did not notice, I did not recognize. It was, oh my goodness, an emotional roller coaster over time. But now you're probably asking, when did I realize it was time for me to make certain changes in my diet and how to maneuver? I feel like I realized it when I stopped wanting to go to the doctor's office, because I knew she was going to tell me I was too fat. And like, I'm 5'7", and on the BMI scale, 221 for 5'7" is like obese. And you know, we can't really go by the BMI scale because, you know, it's kind of wavered towards a racially biased sense, mainly Caucasian people. But I don't know why I just kept going towards that, and my doctor also kept going towards that. So because she was relaying it onto me, I'm here accepting it. I'm like, dang, she right, I'm too big, I need to work out, I need to so when I realized that I stopped, you know, wanting to go to the doctor because of those exact specific reasons, I was like, all right, Steph, instead of running away from the doctor, how about you do something for yourself? Do something for yourself. And so I started my little dieting journey. One of my close friends, Tovia, had introduced me to something called green juice. Now, I know some people may hate it because it is an acquired taste. Like, literally, you can't just drink it and think it's like, nah. And especially the way I make it. So what I do is I add ginger, the actual ginger root. I clean the skin off. I add cucumbers, celery, green apples. So basically it's a whole bunch of green related fruits and vegetables, but I stick to one fruit and mainly a lot of vegetables: kale, cucumbers, broccoli. Sorry guys, the ice cream man was interrupting me. But I started off by trying to literally like cut out a meal and replace it with green juice. Now, from someone who used to eat poorly to doing exactly that, cutting out a whole meal and trying to stick to green juice, it's hard. Like, I tried to do that, and then I started like having like mini panic attacks, crying, feeling like I'm starving all the time. And then I realized, okay, Steph, we can't start off that strong. We can't start off by one day just flipping the switch and saying, okay, well, I'm gonna eat just like this, and that's just that. So what I did over time, I started to adjust my eating habits. Okay, let's have a salad once or twice a week. And then I would do, okay, let's have a salad 3 times a week. And then over time, it started to grow onto me like, oh, I like this. Make me feel good. Like, I feel refreshed after eating it. I'm feeling good, feeling great. So I'm like, okay, I could do this a little bit more. And then I started changing my snacking habits little by little. And I would eat like apples sometimes to remove like chips and all that, because I used to eat a lot of chips. I used to love chips, and that's a problem. So yeah, I changed my snacking habits over time, and I just realized, you know, a little bit of change. You know, I went down from 221 to 214. I'm like, alright, I'm good. I'm doing good. And then literally, like, I hit a weird depressed moment. Oh my gosh. Last year, towards the end of the year, oh my gosh, it was crazy. I don't even want to get into that story, y'all. But I hit like a weird bump in my life, and I just really honestly started to stop eating. Like, literally stop eating. And I thank God for my amazing friends while I was away at school, because they noticed and they used to try and force me to eat. My good bro Barlington, Mr. Carlington, I can't say his full name, but this motherfucker used to, oh excuse me guys, this man used to come to my room like, yo bro, eat. My sis Crystal, oh my goodness, eat, Krista, eat, Taina, Sergi, eat. They're all like, they see me going through what I was going through at that time, and they were, you know, livid with what I was going through, and trying to be as supportive as ever for me by at least trying to make me eat, you know. And I love my friends for the way that they are, and for the way that they definitely love and care for me. So I appreciate you guys, because during that time I barely was eating. So boom, that's around that time I'm like 217, balanced in between 217 214. Okay, cool. When I stopped eating, weight dropped 207. I'm like, oh, okay. And when I finally got back into a better headspace, I was still around the 207 210 range. So I'm like, all right, cool. And then when I realized the weight loss, I'm like, okay, we went from 221 to 207. Cool. Like 14 pounds. I like this. I look good. I want to feel good. I want to look better. Cool. Now, I kind of stopped this weight loss journey January-ish, going through February, March. And then when I got back home from COVID, I started realizing, okay, Steph, well, I want to make certain, sorry guys, low battery, but I started realizing, okay, Steph, we want to make some changes to our life, and we want to work on, you know, toning, you know, fixing up the body a little bit, because we got to recuperate from those long winters. And so during that time frame, I had one good person in my life that definitely helped me with this process, especially doing his research. He spent a lot of time helping me like analyze the things that I was eating that wasn't right, like certain foods that I was focused on. Like, you know, sometimes you don't feel like rice is a problem, but rice is a big problem. Rice is a huge problem, excuse me, for myself and a lot of Caribbean people. And that is one thing that literally like blows up our stomachs like balloons. A lot of rice. We consume so much rice, especially with everything that we eat. And I used to consume rice daily in my household, because that was just the one thing that we ate. Rice and chicken, rice and fish, rice and legume. That's a Haitian thing. But rice and sauce spot, rice and everything. So I used to consume so much rice, and he made me realize, all right, Steph, well, rice is very much so in your diet. Let's see if we can cut rice out and supplement it with something. I'm like, yo, what? I can't cut rice out. He was like, yeah, you can. You can add beans, soup. You can drink a lot of soups and whatnot. Add salad instead. So have salad and fish instead of rice and fish. And I started doing that, and I realized the biggest difference in like the smallest amount of time. So now this is the time frame where it is March going through like May, June. And during that time frame I wasn't exercising as much as I should be, because you know with weight loss comes exercise as well. So I'm eating a little better but not exercising. So I'm seeing like small changes. Okay, we went from 207 to 204, big bump, yada yada yada. And I decided to really take my weight loss journey kick-started in I believe it was May of this year. I had somebody challenge me by giving me an incentive. We made a bet, and it was, okay, if you lose X amount of weight between this time to this time, we'll do X, Y, and Z. And I made the bet vice versa. If you gain X amount of weight this time to this time, you know, it was just a little form of incentive to help me get on the track, and I appreciated that. And that incentive, oh my gosh. So literally every single day I was in that park working out, running, walking, whatever you want to call it. And I went from, I believe, 204 down to like 196 in, I think it was a matter of 2 weeks and some change. And right after that, oh my gosh, I think the bet was from May to like mid-July. And so the goal weight for me was 176 at that time. And as I'm like rushing, trying to get it done, I'm realizing also at the same time that I was barely eating. I was eating, you know, healthier, but because I wanted to hit the goal weight, I wasn't eating the way I should be eating, and it left me feeling uncomfortable. I didn't really like it. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Let me slow down. Let me fix my pace. Let me, you know, pace myself, because I felt like that weight loss journey, it was fun, it was cool, but it was too much for me. It was just too much for me. So as I'm on that little journey, you know, trying to rush and get it done, and I had to, you know, stop. When I finally stopped, I realized that I was reverting back to old habits. And at that time, I went down from like 194 to 183. So at this point, it's like 2 months, and I'm at 183, and I'm like, oh my gosh, good, I'm getting to my mark. I'm rushing, but I stopped during that time. I'm like, oh my gosh, no. You know, I did stop, and I'm like, all right, cool, you know, it's whatever. And as I stopped, I started gaining again. I went back up to 185, then 187. I'm like, oh my God, no! Like, my weight was fluctuating so much because I was changing my diet. I was changing this and just gaining weight throughout the weeks as well. It was like, yo, what the flower? Why can't I lose and keep it off? But, you know, you also have to maintain an equilibrium within yourself. And for me, it was a lot for me, because I felt like I also wasn't eating, I wasn't doing enough, you know, feeding my body enough, and I was also losing weight a lot quicker than expected. So during that time frame, when I finally decided to stop, you know, I gained a little bit more, and now I'm back on my journey. I kind of started the journey again up in the last few weeks of August, and I went from 180, I think it was 187, back up to like 179. Well, not back up, but down to 179, and right now I'm currently 180. I know. Open up, you open up. But yeah, this journey has been a hell of a ride, and let me just give you guys the clear gist of what I really did. And I'm not saying that it'll work for everybody, may or may not, but this is exactly what I did step by step. So mainly what I did was I cut out pastas, rice, what else did I cut out? Bread. I don't eat bread like that no more. Like bread, messed me up, tummy huge. What else did I do? I started to work out, but I liked cardio for some reason. It works for me, not like a hard pace or heavy pace cardio, but like just walking. I started walking like 5 miles a day with my dad, and that helped me a lot every single morning. And then I got a weighted vest as well, that helped me as well. And I also do the saran wrap. Oh my gosh, guys, ladies, you want that gut to be gone? Use saran wrap and Vicks, okay? Put some Vicks on that tummy, cover it with saran wrap, wrap it around once or twice. Don't do it too tight so it doesn't like pit on you or pop on you. and you'll be fine. Give it 2 weeks, that belly snatched. But I use the saran wrap method for myself, and I also what else did I do? I walked, changed my diet a little bit, and what else did I do? I started kicking it up a little bit by doing like a two times a day workout. So like I would do my little cardio, and then I would do like a little ab workout at home sometimes. And I had to like slow down in the sense of not doing it every single day.
First impression, you OPN. We should be closer than friends. If you OPN, engaging you's on my agenda. Request my chariot, get ya. The door's OPN. Take that hot road and hop in. Monarch butterflies, you should open up. I'm trying to put your heart together, found it broken up. Going up in smoke, smoking up. Make sure the children in the house, she's inappropriate.
So after I stopped doing it twice a day, I just, started also drinking a lot of water. Making sure that I was drinking a lot of water, and no juice, cannot juice. To supplement juice, what I did was buy those little sparkling bubbly water bottles, and it works for me because I really like them. It may not work for everybody else, but it really worked for me. And also, what else did I do? Oh, last but not least, I did apple cider vinegar water. So like I would get my huge mason jar every single day, fill it with like 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. I know it's terrible. It's an acquired taste, guys. You gotta get used to it. It tastes terrible. But I would put 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar apple cider vinegar, and then literally mask it with like mad water. And I would drink that the entire day. And that helped me with flushing my body, getting certain toxins out, releasing the greases, all of that good stuff. So definitely, I would tell you guys to add apple cider vinegar to your daily diet. Like I'm talking every single day. That thing tastes nasty, but it works. Like it works when it comes to flushing your body out. Well, it has worked for me. I'm not sure if it will work for everybody, but definitely try the apple cider vinegar every single day as well. And yeah, that's what I did. I worked out, I changed my eating habits. So it was basically a whole lifestyle shift, lifestyle change. And don't think that you have to do everything in one day. So like when you watch my video, I don't expect anybody who's working on themselves to just decide, okay, since Stephanie said X, Y, and Z, let's do X, Y, and Z. No. You need to go at your own pace. You need to make sure that you can do certain things, and you also have to check with your doctor about certain exercises, because I realized not everybody can be the best workout partners, because we all have different bodies, different everything. So definitely check with your doctor if you can on specific things that you can and cannot do during exercise, because I know that for myself, for instance, lunges was really hard for me because I have really bad knees, and people that I've worked out with, like, come on, get to lunges, do it, and I'm like, I can't, it hurts, my knee is cracking and I'm in pain, like, no, so you definitely have to check with your doctor in regards to that. Do virtual meetings. I know because of COVID, a lot of places aren't open, but definitely if you can, do virtual meetings, figure it out. But yeah, as I was saying, definitely start at your own pace. So let's say today you decide to just have, try and cut out juice. Let's say, for instance, you start off small. This week you say, okay, we're going to learn how to cut out juice from our diets by literally starting with day 1. Let's say we'll wake up in the morning and drink, 1 cup of water. Cool. Later on in the day, let's see, okay, if we're feeding for something sweet, instead of getting candy, instead of getting juice, let's get a little sparkling, bubbly, whatever water, or like a Propel. Cool. Supplement the juice there. Then after that, evening, we want some water again, get some water. Cool. Later on in the week, continue to add on just to make sure, increment by increment, that you're progressing in the way in which you want to progress, and also just making sure that you're drinking enough water, because water helps the body go around. We're made of basically water, whole body. But yeah, just making sure that you are doing things at your own pace, guys. Don't rush. It's not easy. You're not gonna see results by the next day, but over time, let's say for instance you give yourself a time frame, a goal frame. Okay, 3 pounds in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, 2 weeks and a half. Cool. Now when you see that happening and you're like, oh, okay, I'm doing good, that gives you more incentive to keep going, you know? So just pace yourself, take your time, and yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Hashtag I was here. I know this video is pretty long, but I just wanted to give you guys the whole gist of what I've been doing with myself, and you know, how I've been working, and you know, getting certain things together. Takes time, so yeah. But in my next video, I think I want to have a guest, and the guest is my brother, and we're gonna share an amazing story with you guys on growth and development and life changes. Not even weight loss, but just an amazing life change. So stay tuned for that.
Open up.